was interesting. We were in Nashville working with Bob Johnston. And that may have been the only song that we actually got to record because there was some problem with the equipment. And Roger and I went in another studio and wrote that song for the movie. It was rejected because who's this guy, John York? He's never made money for us. We want a guy who's proven, has a proven track record. So they got Dave Grusin, who had written other music, and Roger and Dave wrote Child of the Universe, which was used for the film. That song, Candy, was really the only thing that came out of our Nashville trip. The rest of it was a disaster. We had several incidents that made us want to get the hell out of Dodge. We were in Columbia, in the hallway, and this team of some kind of office executives came up to us and said, "You have to leave the hallway. If you stay in the building, you have to stay in a room. You cannot be out in the hallway because we have some important clients coming and we don't want them to see you." The fucking Byrds. We flew there to record in Columbia Studios, right? But they don't want any of these goddamn long-haired hippies in their Nashville studios, right? We just kind of said, okay, fine. We got work to do anyway, right? Then Joan Baez is recording in the next room, next studio over. She calls up Roger and says, "Roger, I'm doing country rock. I'm doing country music. I got country musicians backing me. Why don't you come by? Come check it out. Why don't you guys hear what I'm doing?" So we took a break. We went over to the studio. We just came in the back and we just stood quietly listening. The producer turns around to us and says, "I'm sorry, you guys have to leave. We're doing something very special here, and we don't want you here." It's like, what? Right? So we were really happy to leave Nashville and to leave Columbia Records Nashville behind, because at that time there was this stigma. Real country musicians, and it may still be this way, I don't know. They look this way, they sound this way. You guys are dirty hippies. You're messing with our music. We don't want you here. We played at the Grand Ole Opry. This was all on the same weekend. We played at the Grand Ole Opry, and I mean, it was amazing. We're in the same dressing room with Flatt and Scruggs. You know, it's like just amazing, right? And then we get up on stage and we played, everybody got to do, I think, 1 minute or a minute and a half or something like that, right? Some kind of a record convention, Columbia Records in Nashville or something. And there was a section of the audience that actually booed us. You know, in the back, they booed us for being there. I would say that one of the reasons that there was a certain amount of negativity and antagonism from the country people in Nashville was that they saw us as a threat. They saw us as people, I mean, they saw LSD, no bra. You know, they saw all this stuff that had nothing to do with the music. You know, they saw it as an assault on their structure. You have to understand that Nashville is very structured. You know, if you're a singer, they immediately say, "We'll give you a contract without your band. We'll bring in our guys. We'll bring in our photographer. We'll bring in our producer. You step into a machine." So the idea of a bunch of hippies, right, who don't need the machine, they write the songs, they play all the instruments, is completely going against the formula that has worked for years and years and years. You know, so they probably were afraid, you know, to welcome anything like that.